This is Eagle Owl, and today, all I can say is all we could do is hope. That's all we could do. But let's get straight into it.
Frustrating is this? I mean, you had a couple leads.
Yeah. Next question.
Jason, late into the game, on that final drive, you guys got backed up first and 20.
Yeah.
What did you make of the play calls, and what did you make of the execution?
When we got
You got backed
after
up
the
after the
holding call,
Yeah.
we're trying to run the ball and get positive yards. I think we had some plays that we just didn't execute, I guess, on. So obviously it didn't work out.
Before I started, Happy New Year. Happy 2024. As an Eagle fan, don't want the year to start off this way. We lost to the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, what can I say? It was terrible football. First quarter, first half was promising. As far as the offensive side, we was driving and scoring. Even though the defense was bending, they was not breaking. You had Sidney Brown take one to the house. I mean, the defense was bad all game, but we got lucky. We had field goal, interception, field goal, and they just turned it up on us. Those field goals and those long drives start turning to touchdowns. They had the ball 40 minutes out of 60 minutes. Arizona Cardinals had the ball 40 minutes out of 60. I mean, Jonathan Gannon basically, in my opinion, beat his own scheme. We literally trying to run his scheme. He ran the ball, touchdowns, ran the ball, threw it here and there, short passes. He was aggressive on defense. I can't believe, not only did we lose to the Arizona Cardinals, you let Jonathan Gannon get his revenge game. Let him get his revenge game. I mean, it was just bad football. It was just horrible football. A.J. Brown literally had nothing else to say after this game. He didn't want to talk to the media, but let me go ahead and play this clip.
Nothing to talk today.
Can you tell us why? That would be talking. There's nothing to say.
I think you'll talk this week. You don't know.
It ain't directly towards y'all though. So I just want to clear that up.
You see, nothing to say to the media. And he said it's not us, not the fans, it's not the media. I said a couple things on Twitter last week after a win. I said, Nick Sirianni, he gives me Chip Kelly vibes. I put that on my also short. If you read the comments, I'm the most negative, I hate the Eagles, toxic content creator out here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nick Sirianni's going to turn it around. Stop posting negative stuff. That's what I was told. I'm the negative one. People unsubscribing. Cool. I'm cool with that because I'm able to stick by my words. I'm able to stick by my actions. After this loss, people coming back like, oh, Eagle Owl, you might be right. You probably was right. Something's off with the coaching staff. I'm like, I just don't say anything out of my behind without knowing stuff. I mean, just keep it at that. I just don't say anything out of my behind. I don't. And it's just bad football. If I was, and this is how I'm disappointed, because if I was screaming and shouting and probably cursing, sometimes when I do that, I still have hope. But the team feels demoralized. It feels like it's done. I was actually not trying to expose the guy, but I was talking to one of the players on Instagram, and I was just telling him, look, you made good plays, but hopefully you guys could come out and shock the world. He hit me with the, hopefully, You know how us Eagles fans, I had to let him know we kind of emotional. We going off. He's like, yeah, I know, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully, man, again, we can turn this around because that second half, man. You seen the look on AJ Brown's face. You seen the look on Josh Sweat's face. By the way, let's talk about Josh Sweat. He didn't get a sack in 2 months. It's January. He didn't get a sack since November, the beginning of November. Haven't been impactful. Matt Patricia. Fun fact. Hassan Reddick is your best pass rusher. He should never be covering. Ever be covering. Never, ever, ever be covering. You know, it's another thing I said a couple months ago. And I got a lot of heat for it. And I'm doubling back on these takes now. I was like, you know, I like Jordan Davis. I like him. I think he's decent. But I'm like, imagine if we got Kyle Hamilton. You know, we talk about the safety room a lot. Then the lack of production we're getting from Jordan Davis these past couple weeks, these past couple months. Like, you know, imagine if we took Kyle Hamilton. Will we be a better team? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. But the lack of production we get from Jordan Davis is insane. You know, hopefully, you know, he pick it back up because you get a Jordan Davis and the Jalen Carter, even the Milton Williams and these dudes to stop the run. But you let Arizona Cardinals run for, what, over 200 yards? You're going to lose the game. We could have did the same thing to them. We could have. But nope. We got to pass it. Then eventually some kicked in at the last minute. We should actually run it. And DeAndre Swift was going off. And that last drive, when I say Jonathan Gannon was smart, he was smart. Why I say he was smart? He offside kicked it, right? Offside kick. Even if he don't recover, he know the Eagles are going to score fast. And then it gives his offense, who's been killing our defense, to score fast too. So instead of letting us bleed out the clock and possibly taking a field goal to win, he cut the field in half and we barely bleed out the clock. And not only that, we didn't bleed out the clock and we didn't get a touchdown. Because you know what we decided to do? QB draw, QB run, screen the game well. Got Smitty hurt. He in the boot. No telling how long he's going to be out. I mean, I ain't see no update on it or anything like that. This team is just the reason why it's so frustrating, I've seen bad seasons in my life. You know, we've seen 4-win seasons, 8-win seasons. And you expect those from those teams, right? Like, you don't have an established quarterback. I'm talking about the Sam Bradford days, the Carson Wentz days. Like, you somewhat expect that because even Carson Wentz didn't have any receivers. And then you had Zach Ertz on the downward. So you expect somewhat of a 9-8 win season. But this season, your offense is intact. You just bring up the quarterback coach. And you expect everything to be the same. Why is the play calling so bad? And not only that, Denard Wilson, what he's doing there on Baltimore is crazy. The development of the players and the secondary in Baltimore because of Denard Wilson is insane. He just wanted the shot to be the defensive coordinator. Matt Patricia looked trash. Sean Desai looked trash. You was better off promoting up on the defensive side and getting a new offensive coordinator. You was better off getting Frank Reich from the rip. Don't even let the Panthers interview him. Just give him the bag. And then you was better off just upgrading the defensive coordinator. And the way I'm talking, it's like the season over and it's not. That's the scary thing because it feel like a slow bleed. It feel like a slow down. Like if we 6 wins in, we out the playoffs. It is what it is. I gotta watch this team during the playoffs. I really hope we turn it around, man. We got 1 game left against the Giants in MetLife. I'm 50-50 on. I want to go to that game, but then I just don't want to see this team in person at all. Um, it's hard to watch, you know. And somebody put this out on Twitter too. This might be Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey, and Brandon Graham last game in the link, and they lost to the Cardinals. The last game of the link. The last games in the link, they're going to remember a 49ers blowout and an Arizona Cardinal loss. Sucks to be them, man. Sucks to be them. This team is just look lifeless. Bunch of talent over there, lifeless. And again, I go back to Nick Sirianni. I said Chip Kelly vibes. That's all I said. I'm not saying he's the next Chip Kelly. I'm like, it just gave me a vibe that he want everything ran his way. Nick Sirianni, it seemed like he want the offense ran his way and the defense ran his way. Simple as that. And if you don't run it his way, you see what he did to Sean Desai. Just keeping it real, man. You see how Brian Johnson just left on the island, can't really call his plays. It got to be ran through Nick Sirianni. Now, Howie Roseman run like the roster, who should play this and that. But it look like everything goes through Nick Sirianni. What's another thing? You guys activated Rashad Penny. You activated Rashad Penny. And you put Bradley Roby on the bench. You gave him a healthy scratch. You made Bradley Roby a healthy scratch for Rashad Penny. And Avonte Maddox was cooked. And the thing is, it could have been rushed. And because of the rush, that's why you had to keep Bradley Roby in. You should have kept him in. You should have kept him in. Now, starting Avonte Maddox, sure. But if you see he's getting toasted like that, you could at least sub him. Could sub him. Because you had no other slot corners. No other slot corners. Because you want to appease Avonte Maddox. And who Avonte Maddox is injured, by the way. He got to get an x-ray on the shoulder again. So he probably wasn't really even ready. And then Bradley Roby put on Twitter with the hand emoji to his face. It's bad football, man. Bad football, bad decisions. Don't use your talent to the best ability. I mean, this coaching staff causing this team to fail. This team got too many names to fail like this. I wonder what's going to leak, man. And I love Brandon Graham. But this might be one of the most negative things I said. But he's too positive right now. You got to be critical of this team. It's playing bad football. After that Bills game, this team completely lost its magic. Hopefully this team could get their magic back. Hopefully they can, man. Because that's all we could do is hope right now. That's all we could do with this team is hope. I can't rely on the coaching staff. I don't see the same fight. This team is going out to play for a paycheck. That's it. That's what it feels like. Ever since Nick Bosa said he exposed us, how many games we won after that? One against the Giants in a shootout. This team playing bad football, man. Bad football. And it's just no brotherhood to it. Like, it seems like they don't care. But to me, I think it's about the coaching staff. Sorry if you hear background noise, by the way. As we know, well, you guys will see this video in the morning, but it's New Year's night and there's fireworks noise. Sorry for you guys again hear background noise. But yeah, man. It's just bad football. Extremely bad football. You know, hopefully the Eagles will find that magic. That's all I can hope on. Because Eagles, that's what we tend to do. Find magic, but I just don't see it. I don't see it, man. I know I'm missing a lot of stuff. I know I am. Like I said, the first half, showed promise as far as the offensive side. Defensive side looked like the worst team in football. And I don't care who we play, Tampa, Lions, whoever we play, it doesn't really even matter. Feel like a first round as if not, at best second round as it. This thing again feel like a slow bleed. I'm bleeding out slowly. And yeah, hopefully this team could pick it up. But hey man, what do you think and how do you feel, man? You know, the Eagles ruined our new year. It is what it is. You know, hopefully they turn a new leaf like most of us will this new year, right? Hopefully. But this is Eagle Al, man. Look.